Have you ever seen something being sold by a print-on-demand seller that is blatantly illegal? I'm talking about something like this here, a button-down shirt with a Mickey Mouse and a Dallas Cowboys NFL team logo on it. How are people getting away with selling things like that on their print-on-demand store? That is a question a lot of people often ask when they get started with print-on-demand themselves, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how they are doing it. And I will also give you some basic rules to follow when it comes to creating your own print-on-demand designs. I'm going to show you blatant issues with designs when it comes to the legalities of them, and I will show you some lesser known things that you cannot do with your designs. If you are new here, hey Joe, it's Folks here. Make sure to check out some of my other videos here on the channel. I do my best to try to give you a bunch of information to help you with your print-on-demand store, but if you want to go through some more step-by-step training from me, make sure to check out my course. There is a link down in the description. Inside, you'll get access to over 30 step-by-step videos to build out your print-on-demand store. The best part is it is completely free, and like I said, there is a link down in the description. So back to this Mickey Mouse here. Obviously, one of the questions that we ask sometimes with this is how are they getting away with this? And what I mean by that is how are they getting away with selling something with a Mickey Mouse on it and a Dallas Cowboy logo? What is it though that they are even violating? Meaning, what is the thing that they are taking? What they're doing is they are violating a trademark owned by Disney and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I am not a lawyer, but I went on Google here and I typed in what is a trademark, and you can see that it says a trademark can be any word, phrase, symbol, design, or a combination of these things that identifies your goods or services. And if we come back here, obviously the Dallas Cowboys logo and name would be something that identifies something that they are about. It identifies their brand. And the same thing is true with something like this here. This is a print-on-demand baseball jersey with the Harley-Davidson logo on it. Obviously, the Harley-Davidson logo would be something that the Harley-Davidson Motor Company actually owns, and it's not something that you can include in your own designs. What about these print-on-demand pair of shoes here? These are obviously, again, violating the trademark of the New England Patriots, because not only are they using the name New England Patriots to describe the shoe, but they are also using the logo of the New England Patriots on the shoe. And here's one more example of a trademark violation. This is a pair of print-on-demand shoes that has the name Harry Potter on it. Obviously, the name Harry Potter would be trademarked because that is the name of a book and a movie. When it comes to making your print-on-demand designs, you need to avoid using things that are trademarked. This means that you cannot use logos or brand names or even names of movies and books and things like that inside of your designs. Hey everyone, quick break in the video. I know I talk all the time about trying to be more profitable on your print-on-demand store, and I want to show you something awesome, a really easy way that you can use to add even more profit to each of your orders. I want to introduce you to Reconvert, Upsell, and Cross-Sell. They are the sponsor of today's video. They've got over 3,500 reviews here inside of the Shopify App Store, and they've been used by tens of thousands of store owners. And here are just some of the things that they allow you to do. Here's an example of an order confirmation page with all of the different things that you can add to yours. You can see right here where they allow you to add in custom cross-sells, which are going to be related items to what the customer already purchased. You can show them additional coupon codes right here on your order confirmation page, and you can even ask them questions to get valuable insights in the form of a survey from your customers. Perhaps though the coolest part of their app is the ability to add post-purchase upsells. This is something that has completely transformed the print-on-demand stores that I have ran in the past, and honestly, this is the best way to add even more profit to each one of your orders without having to go and find additional customers. One of the awesome things about using such a professional app like this is that it's super fast and easy to set up. They have a whole bunch of ready-made templates for you, and within about 5 minutes, you can get your upsells set up onto your own store. Reconvert does have multiple paid plans available. They do have a 30-day free trial though as well, so you can try them out, and basically you'll be able to see if it ends up paying for itself once you start actually making sales on your upsells. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video as well as in the pinned comment, but definitely check them out. They are an app that I would 100% recommend for your store. But what about a copyright? If you go on Google and you type in what is copyright, because it is actually different than a trademark, because a trademark is something that is given to companies to protect their logos and their brand names and things like that. A copyright, though, it says, is the exclusive legal right given to an originator to print, publish, perform, film, or record. Basically, it is something that you receive naturally when you create something. Take a look at this canvas here. Basically, what this canvas has on it are lyrics to a song. You can see if I make this bigger here, if you actually read this, this is an Ed Sheeran song. Every single word on this are the song lyrics that make up the song. This, in fact, would not be a trademark violation because Ed Sheeran doesn't have to trademark his song lyrics. He automatically receives a natural copyright on them, which would prohibit anyone else from actually using his lyrics on something that they are selling. Basically, what I'm saying is that a trademark is much different than a copyright because a trademark protects a different type of asset. Both a trademark and a copyright offer some sort of protection of intellectual stuff, but like I said, they protect different types of assets. A copyright is geared toward literary and artistic works such as books and videos, and a trademark is going to protect items that define a company brand such as its logo. Both would be things that we would want to avoid making print-on-demand designs for when it comes to selling things on our store because we don't own that stuff. You don't own a logo of a brand, you are not able to sell it, and you're also not able to take copyrighted material and use them inside of your designs. Obviously, as a print-on-demand seller, the idea of taking the word Harry Potter and the picture of the castle and putting it on a pair of shoes sounds like a profitable idea. And so does selling a Harley-Davidson baseball jersey like this. I mean, the idea would be awesome. If you could promote this to people that love to ride motorcycles, this would totally be something that they would want to buy. And the same thing is true with a pair of shoes like this. Obviously, there's going to be football fans out there that would love to buy a pair of shoes that has their favorite team's logo on it. The same thing is true for a hoodie like this. This has Lionel Messi on it, and it has the FIFA logo on it, and a few other players as well. There was a whole bunch of soccer fans who would love to have this hoodie, and for most print-on-demand sellers, something like this could be tempting for them to actually sell on their store. But the fact is that those would be designs that could potentially land you in some legal trouble, which sort of brings me to my next point. First and foremost, though, I am definitely not a lawyer. I'm definitely not a trademark and copyright expert. I am just a regular guy that's sort of figuring a lot of this stuff out just like you are, and what I'm trying to do in this video today is share some of the things that I have learned. So make sure to, do your own research, do your own homework, and don't just do things because I'm telling you to do them here in a video. The point I want to make is how people are actually getting away with selling some of the items that we've looked at today. Because the fact is that this is a real store. I really could buy this hoodie right now. It costs $45.95. I could add this to my cart and this hoodie would show up at my doorstep. The same thing is true with this canvas here. I really could order this. The same thing is true with these shoes here, with this Harley-Davidson jersey, and with these Harry Potter shoes. I really could order these and end up receiving them at my house. Maybe someday I'll actually order myself a Hawaiian shirt with Mickey Mouse and the Dallas Cowboys logo on it just to see if it shows up. The point I'm trying to make to you is that these people are currently getting away with selling these items on their store. And a lot of people, when they just get into print on demand, they wonder how this is possible. I mean, even here on Etsy, I typed in Mickey Mouse blanket and there's over 3,000 results. And as you scroll through, there are clearly people out there that are using the Mickey Mouse and the Disney logos on their products. And it is highly unlikely that these Etsy sellers actually have a license to be able to sell these items. So the question is, how are they getting away with this? And ultimately, why are they not being locked up forever for violating trademark law? And what I will say is, obviously, when it comes to doing something like this, in order for them to actually get caught, the owner of the trademark would need take some sort of action. There are likely hundreds of thousands of different trademark things out there, and even more things that could potentially be copywritten. And places like Etsy or Amazon or even Facebook and Instagram are not the trademark and copyright police. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you were to expect Facebook or Instagram or Etsy to take down every single thing for sale on their platform that violates some sort of a trademark, or even worse, some sort of a copyright that could just be as simple as song lyrics, that would be an impossible task. I mean, think of the technology that Etsy would need to have to be able to know that this here is an Ed Sheeran song. Or just think of the thousands and thousands of songs that are out there, or character names from books that would be copyrighted and protected. The idea that Etsy would be able to strike down every single person that is violating copyright law is impossible. And that is why when you scroll Etsy, you see people doing this stuff. And that is why there are stores on Shopify that are selling Harry Potter shoes, or Harley Davidson baseball jerseys, or New England Patriots shoes, or Ed Sheeran canvases, or Lionel Messi hoodies, is that the task of policing this stuff is so great and almost impossible for some of these places to be able to do. One joke that I always make to people is just because there's a whole bunch of people down the road that are robbing a bank or stealing from a store doesn't mean that you should do it too because they got away with it. Basically, when it comes to trademarks and copyrights, if you ever see anybody that is currently selling that sort of stuff on their store, it's just because they have not got caught yet. And it doesn't mean that you can get away with it yourself. What will likely happen is that at some point, all of those sellers will be taken down and they will have some sort of action taken against them. Basically, I wanted to make a video here because lately I've seen a lot of people asking questions about some of this stuff. The Facebook group that I run for print-on-demand sellers, called the Print-on-Demand Ninjas group, has over 60,000 members inside of it. There is a link down in the description of this video if you want to join, and almost every day I see people making posts asking questions about some of this stuff, so I wanted to make sure that I made a video here showing some examples and talking about things that you probably shouldn't do when it comes to making your designs on your store. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, make sure to drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.